Is that what Republicans want too?
You know, most Republicans do want that. I mean, they're more. A lot of them. You have a lot of the that are on the further right. They're more traditional values and stuff, and I fall in that line as well. You know, whatever people want to do in their life, I don't care. You know, they can do what they want. I mean, I'm not here to judge anybody. I got my own set of problems and my own shortcomings, right? Mm-hmm. But when you start doing stuff like, I think what really gets it is your average typical, even far right. Well, I don't say far right, but kind of, you know, like 70% to the right, I guess, you know.
Yeah.
They're accepting of social issues. I mean, they'll accept it. They may not like it, right? But they're accepting of it. But once you start doing the stuff like you're allowing men to go in women's restrooms because they identify as a man and stuff, and the whole transgender issue, you know, when we were kids, Dante, you didn't have people that were like, oh, I'm transgender, oh, I'm this, oh, I'm that. Like, you know what I'm saying? I mean, when you were a kid, I mean, you're a little younger than I am, but you didn't have this. But now that it's out there in your face, everybody's like, you know, they're identifying as I don't know, whatever gender they are now. So, but they didn't do that before when we were kids.
I got a question on that because I think it's really interesting. So look, which situation is scarier for you to imagine your like young child being in? You have a young daughter in Walmart going to use the restroom, right? And a person comes in who appears to be a woman to her. So she just, you know, mentally registers that as a woman, but that person is a trans woman. So that person has a, you know, whatever.
So it used to be a man.
Yeah, is currently a woman and is viewed as a woman and can be, you know, unless they told you otherwise, you would assume was a woman, goes to use that restroom. Does that bother you more? Or does some guy coming in with a beard, you know what I'm saying, a deep voice and all this, but because they started off as a woman, that's the restroom they're supposed to use? See, when people notice what he said, oh, now we got men wanting to use women's restrooms. Not the case. We got trans people wanting to use the restroom that represents what they are. Because if you really think about it, when I go to a men's restroom, everyone around there, I don't really know what their genitals are, to be honest. I don't know what they started off at, like, you know, but just from an eye check, man, right?
Yeah.
Trans men pass that eye check too. I went to school with, so I'm not gonna say the name or whatever, but I used to remember, like, we would like all go out and she would be like, no, you know, I ain't trying to go, whatever, you know, like her little group of friends, like they would all go, she wouldn't want to go. Like one time she came out with this very, very uncomfortable, had on a dress and everything. I didn't catch on to what it was. One day they had a conversation with me. They were like, well, you know, I'm a guy. And I was like, what? Like, you have a girl's name? What do you mean you're a guy? And I was like, you mean you're gay? Like you like women? They're like, I mean, I do like women, but that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying I'm a guy. I did not get that. That was like my freshman year of college. I come back junior year of college, right? And this person has transit. I mean, they got a beard and their voice is changing, and they've joined the weightlifting team, and now at this point has a girlfriend. Unless they told you I used to be a girl, you would never know. Has changed her name to a man's name. It operates like a man.
But does it operate?
Did that person? Well, the thing is, they're not going in the bathroom having sex. No. You know, like, which one is scarier for you? Do you want that? You know, would you want what looks like a man for your daughter to be like, in the bathroom because it used to be a woman and it's now a man, so you want them in the bathroom with your daughter? Or do you want men who are like, yo, if I go in the men's bathroom, they might kick my ass. I look like a woman, though, so I'm going to be in here with the women.
Tell you what, I'd rather not have either one in the bathroom with my daughter. I mean, to be honest with you. I mean, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's just my personal opinion, you know. My question is, does it function, though? When they get all the surgery, I mean,
I would guess so.
You know, well, you know what's really curious, Dante, is, you know, that Playboy had a transgender playmate recently, right?
I didn't know.
Yeah, they did. I mean, from what I've read, and I'm like, man, I mean, I'm like morbidly curious, you know, to see what the doctors were able to do, you know.
You can Google.
I'm not going to. No, I don't.
You don't want that.
He ain't as curious as he's saying.
I'm not that curious. No.
You can Google it and see.
Slightly less than morbidly curious. Just
yeah. No, I'm just like, you know, no, but like I said, man, I really wouldn't want either way. But I mean, that's pretty much where I draw the line. When they, like, all these, I mean, when it comes to that, I mean, you can do what you want with your life, but, you know, but when it comes to, like, the whole, like, dudes going into the restrooms and stuff, Because you do have some guys, and I know what Christian is saying. Christian's saying, like, hey, do you want a guy that comes in there with a beard saying, hey, I identify as a woman? And that's a lot of what's happening. You have guys that say, oh, I identify as a woman. There's no transition or no hormone therapy.
Why do we say that's a lot of what's happening? Is that like, have we run the numbers on that? That's a lot of what's happening. Bearded guys who are just like, I'm a woman today, about to go use the women's restroom, or like, I would think I would think people who like, I would think it's more so people who are worried about who have gone the extra step to make that transition, being worried about like, am I safe in the bathroom I'm going into?
Yeah, I don't want to go in with either one, to be honest with you.
I mean,
where should they go? That's the other question. Where should they use the restroom? A lot of places have kind of converted to more of a.
There's family restrooms in most places.
Let me ask you this, because this is a joke that one of my friends, Robert Powell, has. Where have they been going to the bathroom before it became like a talking topic
in the spot that looks like what they claim to be,
exactly,
and we didn't know any better. That's the thing. You can't genital check everybody in the bathroom.
Exactly.
You should. I nominate you, Dante. You go ahead.
Hey, well, look, he said he's gonna make you president of that committee. I'm gonna make you president of the genital checking community.
No, that's what I'm saying. Is he's going to the genital checking community. No, he's gonna be the one like, okay, drop him.
No, you're never gonna know.
Yeah, I don't know if that's a penis or just a really,
Oh, wow.
You never know. So they can go to any bathroom. Whatever they look like, that's probably the bathroom they're going to go to.
I mean, you're right. But like I said, I don't have to like it. And I don't agree. I mean, like, it's just not something that I agree with is all. I mean, that's just my opinion on it.
So what would you like them to do then?
He would like them to not be trans.
Yeah,
makes it easier for
you
him.
can't do that. But what would you like them to do?
One of those porta, the little things that they cup onto it and pee. No, I'm just kidding.
What would you like them to do? Seriously, I
don't know, man. I mean, I would really, to be honest with you, I mean, like I said, a lot of places have a family restroom where you go in, it's one stall, and you lock the door. I mean, if you're willing to do that, if it's your business, that's fine. Go ahead and do it.
So have family restaurants all over the country?
Restaurants?
I mean, family bathrooms. Have family bathrooms all over the country? So everywhere, fast food, everywhere you go, you have a family bathroom.
I don't know. Like I said, I really think that the trans thing is, it's not. Like I said, I don't want to be. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'll go into the bathroom with a dude that says, "Hey, I'm gay." I'll stand in the stall next to him and use the bathroom. I don't have a problem. At least as long as you're not doing this right here, we're all right. I see those eyes creaking over. We're cool. Most people don't go to the bathroom to check out somebody else's junk. You know what I'm saying? But I just as far as like the way I was raised, I'm just not. It's not something that I really am cool and down with happening by any means.
So I'm saying, what is the solution then?
I don't know. I don't know what the solution is.
But I mean, you can't just say I don't like that and then y'all figure it out. I just don't like it. Y'all figure it out, but I don't like it.
I tell you what. Maybe they should like if you men and women's restroom. Mm-hmm. You should go to the restroom. Here's what I would do. Actually, you go to the restroom, which was your biological sex. That's where you go. And if you want to go to if you want to go somewhere that has a family restroom,
what's that noise?
Oh.
I think going to the restroom of your biological sex could cause mayhem. Because here's the thing, man. Earlier, y'all were like, "Oh, when we were growing up, there were no trans people." Bullshit. When you were growing up, you didn't know there were trans people.
I'll put it this way: there weren't
so
nearly
the thing
as
is,
many.
You didn't
know.
know. You know. You don't know. That's the yeah. I know, bro. You really big on checking those genitals, bro. Hey, y'all. Hey, I gotta say, y'all be doing y'all's job, bro. You on your job, bro. But no, like you don't know. And I think trying to mandate something, it comes from, once again, let's talk about what's practical. That's my thing. We had that conversation the other day, right? It sounds nice to be like, well, go where whatever is biologically, whatever you were born with that's going to dictate the restroom you go into. Yeah, but then what you're going to end up with is a bunch of Sues and Sallys and Laurens that you thought were Sues and Sallys and Laurens are in the men's restroom. And then you got to even think, men are kind of gross too. Now you got women going to the bathroom with them. I'm not worried about the trans people. I mean, about the men, I'm worried about the trans people. So then the other thing you got is Freds, Davids, and Joes that you thought were Freds, Davids, and Joes that are popping up in the bathroom taking a squat next to your daughter comfortably. because you think that whatever they were born as is what they should go with. I think whatever they are readily perceived as, whatever will cause the least amount of shock and for everybody else is where they should go. And I will bet that that's what they want too.
You're probably right.